They thought you'd break by now. They thought their silence, their sabotage, and their subtle games would crush your spirit. But instead of falling, you rose, and every time they tried to dim your light, they only exposed how powerful your silence truly is. This message wasn't meant for the masses. This is for the one who's been marked since birth. The one they couldn't understand, so they tried to control. But here you are, uncontrolled, unbothered, and unfolding into everything they feared you'd become. You didn't lose your way, they lost access, and now they're watching from a distance, stunned that everything they plotted failed. What they didn't know is, chosen ones don't collapse under pressure. We crystallize. Your quiet moves have become loud echoes in their mind, and the more they try to pretend you never mattered, the more they obsess over how you're still winning. The path you walk is not easy, but it is powerful, because being chosen doesn't mean being accepted. It means being tested and still standing. The very energy they use to bring you down is the energy building your breakthrough, and that fact alone, it haunts them. If this speaks to your soul, if it hits you in your chest like it was meant for you, then you know what to do. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, because we're not just sharing messages, we're building clarity, strength, and truth for those who've been underestimated for far too long. Your power is real, your presence is felt, and your rise inevitable. Before moving ahead, I want to pause and speak directly from the heart. Thank you to every soul who has supported this mission through super thanks. Your generosity isn't just financial, it's spiritual. It's a quiet, sacred yes to a higher purpose. It tells me you're not just a viewer, you're part of the chosen. You're helping carry this light into places where darkness thought it had won. And because of you, this message keeps reaching those silently enduring the fight. If something inside you knows this moment is more than coincidence, if you feel the weight of this truth in your spirit, take a breath and declare your alignment. Comment 999 below, not for show, but as a sacred symbol, a silent echo saying, I see the path, and I'm walking it. Number 1, stop mistaking fire for failure. It's God's way of promoting you. Chosen one, what you're walking through right now is not here to break you. It's here to build the unshakable version of you. You're not being punished, you're being prepared. This pain you feel, this silence from people you once trusted, this relentless pressure from all sides, it's not random, it's not meaningless, it's a brutal refinement. Because what's coming for you is too heavy to carry if you're not ready for it. Let that sink in. You're not just waiting on the blessing is waiting on you to become strong enough, wise enough, clear enough to handle the responsibility that comes with it. Because the kind of power that's meant for you, it exposes every weakness, every distraction, every crack in the foundation. That's why the fire is hot. That's why the test is long. You are being molded for elevation. This is not the time to fold. The path isn't blocked, it's being cleared. Every betrayal, every delay, every breakdown, it's chiseling away what doesn't belong in your next chapter. This pressure isn't here to destroy you, it's here to reveal you. Like a diamond pressed beneath the surface, your brilliance only shows after the weight has done its work. And I know it feels personal, the trials, the rejections, the isolation, but it's not personal, it's positional. You're being positioned for something greater than you've even imagined, and that's exactly why the opposition is so loud right now. The enemy always attacks the blueprint before the building begins. Do not despise this season. You're not lost. You're in process. You're not forgotten. You're in formation. The old version of you wouldn't survive the weight of what's coming, and that's why this fire must finish its job. Every tear you've cried, it's proof you're evolving. Every moment of silence, it's the ground beneath you shifting. This is not just about surviving the storm, it's about becoming the storm. The kind they whisper about, the kind that doesn't fold, the kind that shows up with presence so undeniable it silences every lie spoken in your absence. Chosen one, your rise is near, not because it's convenient, but because you've been through enough to carry it now. This is your season of transformation. Embrace it. Let the process shape you. Let the fire teach you. And when you come out on the other side, they won't recognize who you've become, but they will feel it. Number 2, don't curse the pit. It's where kings are made in silence. They threw you in the pit, hoping you'd disappear, hoping the silence would swallow you whole, but what they didn't know is that silence has never broken a real one. It sharpens them, it builds them, it makes them terrifying. Chosen one, don't curse the pit. It's not your grave, it's your ground zero. This is the part they'll never understand. While they were laughing, while they were climbing ladders built on lies, you were going through something sacred, something they could never survive. They don't see what the pit produces, they only see what comes after, the glow-up, the breakthrough, the strength. But they weren't there when the light left the room. They weren't there when the silence got loud and the shadows started whispering doubts. They weren't there when you cried out and no one showed up. But you stayed. You endured. And in that lonely space, where it felt like everything was being stripped from you, you were becoming untouchable. Royalty isn't made on thrones. It's made in dark places with no audience, no applause, no validation. The pit is where titles mean nothing and only the truth survives. You learned not to beg for understanding. You learned to breathe through betrayal. You learned how to be your own rescue, and now you're dangerous in the most beautiful way, because you're no longer seeking the crowd. You're no longer moved by noise. The pit taught you that what's buried doesn't stay hidden forever. It breaks ground. So don't resent this chapter, honor it, because this version of you, quiet, sharp, unbreakable, was carved here. And the ones who threw dirt on your name, they'll have no idea how to face what's about to rise from the ground they tried to bury. Keep your head high, chosen one. The crown may be unseen right now, but trust me, it's growing in silence. Number 3, refuse to rush the wilderness. It's the training ground you'll regret skipping. Chosen one, don't be fooled by the silence. Don't be fooled by the slow pace. The wilderness you're walking through right now isn't a delay, it's divine design. This isn't the time to panic, compare, or rush your way out of the fire, because the very thing you're trying to skip is the only thing that can shape you into who you're meant to become. The wilderness is not your punishment, it's your preparation. It's where weak versions of you get stripped away. It's where illusions die and identity gets forged. This place you're in, the one where nothing feels certain, where doors don't open, where friends fall silent, is the exact place where chosen ones are built. This is where your future self is being designed. In the dark. You're not behind. You're not being overlooked. You're being trained. And if you try to force your way out before the process is complete, you'll walk into the next season with the same mindset that kept you small in the last one. And that's a setup for collapse. You can't carry greatness with unhealed hands. You can't lead if you still need to be liked. And you can't sustain elevation with a spirit that hasn't been tested. The world may not see what you're doing right now, but the world will feel the version of you that comes out of this wilderness. That's why the process is so intense, because the assignment is so heavy. The ones who try to skip the training end up folding under the pressure later. But you're not built to fold. You're built to rise through fire. So stop rushing. Let the wilderness do its work. Let it break what needs to break. Let it heal what's been bleeding. Because when you walk out of this, you won't need to prove anything. Your presence will speak for itself. Number 4, never skip the isolation. That's where destiny finds its voice. Chosen one, the silence you're sitting in right now isn't a mistake. That room that feels too quiet, that space that used to be filled with people, noise, and validation, it was cleared on purpose. Isolation isn't a punishment. It's a purification. It's where the noise dies, so the real voice, your voice, can finally be heard. Stop trying to run from the solitude. You weren't abandoned. You were separated. pulled away from the distractions, cut off from what was draining you. The truth is, destiny doesn't scream over chaos, it whispers in stillness. And if you keep avoiding that stillness, you'll miss the exact clarity that was sent to change everything. In the quiet, you find your edge, your real thoughts, your real strength, and most importantly, your real mission. You think you're stuck in a lonely season, but you're actually being reintroduced to the version of you that never needed applause to feel powerful. This is why so many people can't handle isolation. It exposes everything. But for you, it's the activation zone. This is where distractions die, where masks fall, where strength is built in the dark, far away from the crowd, so that when you step back into the light, you move like someone who owns it. The enemy doesn't fear your connections, he fears your solitude, because it's in isolation that chosen ones hear what no one else can. You don't need a stage to know who you are. You don't need confirmation to believe in what you carry. That's the danger of someone who's been alone and still didn't break. Let this sink in. You were separated because you were sacred. The crowd was removed so the calling could be revealed. This isn't abandonment. This is alignment. And when you rise from this silent season, you won't return the same. You'll return undeniable. Embrace the isolation, chosen one. That's where destiny whispers your name. Number 5, quit praying for the blessing. Start becoming the person who can carry it. Chosen one, it's time to stop asking for the blessing if you're not becoming the version of yourself who can carry the weight of it. You keep wondering why the door hasn't opened, why the breakthrough still feels far, why the reward hasn't arrived, and the answer is simple. You're still being built for it. The blessing isn't denied. It's delayed because the person you are right now wouldn't survive what's on the other side of that door. It's not just about what you want, it's about who you're becoming in the process of waiting. Everyone wants the crown, but no one wants the pressure that comes with wearing it. The truth is, the higher you rise, the heavier the responsibility. That's why your growth has to match your goals. That's why the silence is loud. That's why the tests keep coming, because you're not just being given a life, you're being assigned a legacy. This path was never about sitting still and begging for favor. It's about rising up and becoming unshakable, so when the blessing arrives, you won't fumble it. You'll own it, handle it, protect it. You'll have the discernment to keep it, not just the desperation to receive it. So pause the prayers for a moment and start asking yourself, who am I becoming in the meantime? Am I developing the discipline, the character, the boundaries, the wisdom to manage what's coming? This isn't about impressing the world. It's about being ready for your next level, ready in your mind, ready in your emotions, ready in your identity. Because if the old version of you touches that blessing, you'll either lose it or worse, you'll let others misuse it. You weren't chosen to wait, you were chosen to evolve. So stop chasing the blessing. If this message spoke to your spirit and gave you strength for the road ahead, take a quiet moment to like the video and subscribe. Not for noise, but as a personal sign that you're walking this path with intention and purpose. Number 6, don't fear the fire, fear staying impure when the palace opens. Chosen one, let's be real. The fire you're walking through isn't the problem. The real danger is what will happen if you avoid it. Everyone wants the palace, the influence, the reward, but not everyone is built to carry it. Not everyone has been through the fire and come out clean. That's why so many people fumble their blessing, because they skipped the process that was meant to purify them. You've been set apart, and when that palace door swings open for you, it won't be just a room filled with opportunity. It'll be a place that tests your integrity, your discipline, your truth. If you're still holding on to pride, bitterness, ego, or the need to be liked, you won't last in that room. That's why the fire feels so intense right now. It's burning off everything that could make you collapse once you're elevated. So no, don't fear the fire. Don't run from it. Fear staying the same. Fear bringing the wrong version of yourself into a season that was meant to shift generations. You're not being punished. You're being stripped down to the core. Because what's coming next, it only accepts clean hands and clear minds. This season isn't about being comfortable. It's about being cleansed. You're being made unshakable. The fire is showing you who's real, who's fake, what's needed and what must go. It's burning away the people-pleasing, the hesitation, the old habits, the weakness that can't follow you into your throne room. This is a warning and a wake-up call. If you resist the fire now, you'll be unrecognizable later, for all the wrong reasons. But if you surrender to it, you'll rise with power that humbles even your enemies. And trust me, they're watching, not just to see what you become, but to see if you can handle it. Chosen one, the fire is not your enemy, it's your preparation. Let it refine you, let it elevate you, because when the palace opens, and it will, you won't walk in by accident, you'll walk in ready. Let's move forward. Number 7, break the cycle or stay stuck. Stop circling what God wants you to conquer. How many times have you been here before? Same disappointment, same silence, same almost moments that turn into nothing. This isn't a coincidence, it's a cycle. A trap designed to keep you dizzy while calling it timing. But the truth? It's not time holding you back, it's hesitation. And now the question stands in front of you, clear and sharp. Will you break the cycle or keep spinning in it until it drains everything from you? Chosen one, cycles don't break on their own. They feed on your delays, your silence, your excuses. You're circling a mountain that was never meant to be a home. It was meant to be a memory. And the longer you stay stuck here, the more strength it steals from your purpose. You weren't made to walk in circles. You were built for direction, for depth, for dominance. But to move forward, you must stop treating what hurts you like it deserves to stay in your life. This cycle isn't just costing you time, it's costing you access. Access to your power, your peace, your next level. And the ones who benefit from your stuckness? They know exactly what they're doing. They want you questioning yourself. They want you distracted. They want you busy, but not effective. But not anymore. It's time to see the cycle for what it is. A test of self-worth disguised as comfort. You don't need another sign. You don't need another breakdown to wake you up. You already know. And now it's time to do something about it. Step off the loop, break the pattern, burn the script. Because your elevation is waiting at the very edge of your decision. You can't conquer what you keep entertaining. So ask yourself, do you want healing or do you want history? Because both won't fit in your future. Number 8, don't let pain lie to you. This wilderness is a setup, not a setback. Chosen one, don't let the pain twist the narrative. Pain is a master manipulator. It whispers lies in the dark, convincing you that you're being punished, forgotten, or left behind. But you weren't abandoned. You were activated. This season you're walking through, it's not a setback. It's a calculated setup to place you exactly where your future needs you to be. The wilderness is loud, isolating, and confusing on purpose. It strips away distractions. It forces clarity. It turns down the noise of the world so you can finally hear your inner voice, the one they've been trying to silence. And that voice is telling you, keep going. This isn't where you end. This is where your true strength is born. You see, every powerful figure had to pass through this hidden phase, and now it's your turn. You've been slowed down, not because you're weak, but because your next move must be precise. You've been delayed, not to deny you, but to develop you. This stretch of silence, this feeling like you're stuck while everyone else is soaring, that's the illusion. You're not behind. You're in a custom-designed transformation chamber. And here's what they never tell you. Only the chosen ones feel the full weight of the wilderness. Not because you did something wrong, but because you're being refined to carry something rare, and rare things take time. The people who mocked your isolation, the ones who dismissed your quiet phase, They'll be the same ones who act confused when you rise with precision, power, and peace that can't be faked. Because what they thought broke you, built you. What they thought delayed you, delivered you. So don't let the pain lie to you. Don't let your emotions write your story. This isn't the end, it's the beginning. Disguised as difficulty, what feels like punishment is preparation. What feels like loss is actually positioning. Number 9, stop crying over delay. It's alignment, not rejection. Chosen one, wipe your face. This delay you're facing, it's not a punishment. It's not rejection, it's realignment. And until you understand that, you'll keep grieving doors that were never meant to open. Not yet. You weren't denied. You were protected. You see, when you're chosen, timing isn't random. It's strategic. You're not running on a normal clock. Your life moves according to a blueprint that isn't visible to most. So while others are sprinting toward anything that shines, you're being sharpened. Held back, yes, but only to be launched further. They told you not now like it was a death sentence. They made you feel like the silence meant you weren't good enough. But the truth is, what's yours is being built, not denied. Your name is already written on the opportunity. It just hasn't arrived at your feet yet. And if you were to get it too soon, it would crush you. Or worse, it would disappear as fast as it came. Delay doesn't mean you're forgotten. It means the next level is being custom fit to the version of you that's still forming. If it feels like you're in a standstill, it's only because the universe is clearing the clutter in front of you. You're not late. You're right on time for what's actually meant for you. So stop crying like it's over. This isn't rejection, it's divine filtration. What's not aligned with your growth, your calling, your higher self is being forcefully removed, and you don't have to chase it. What's real doesn't require begging, it recognizes you on arrival. Chosen one, your detour is your destiny in disguise. Every delay is correcting your route. Every pause is preserving your energy for what actually matters. And once you truly grasp this, you'll stop panicking over closed doors and start praising the ones that stayed shut. Hold your head up. You weren't rejected. You were redirected toward greatness. Let's keep rising. Number 10. Avoid chasing promises blindly. You're not ready until the fire says so. Chosen one, don't let the glitter of the promise distract you from the grit of the process. Avoid chasing what looks ready on the outside when you haven't yet been refined on the inside. Not every open door is meant for you. Not yet. There's a reason the fire hasn't released you. You're still being forged into the version of yourself who can hold the weight of what's coming without dropping it. The mistake most people make is thinking that speed equals favor, that the quicker they get to the prize, the more they've won. But the truth is, what you run to too early can crush you. A crown too heavy for an unprepared head will feel like a curse, not a reward. This is why your path is different, why your growth feels slow, why your breakthrough feels delayed, because you're not meant to stumble into blessings blindly. You're being trained to recognize what's real and what's just a distraction in disguise. The fire doesn't lie. It won't release you until the impurities are burned off. The fear, the need for validation, the desperation to prove a point. The fire doesn't care about what you say you want. It answers only to who you've become. So stop comparing your timing to theirs. Stop measuring your progress with someone else's ruler. You're not late. You're being sharpened. The universe has seen your future and it's not small. That's why your pain hasn't been either. Only the chosen ones walk through this level of heat and come out stronger. Only the ones marked for more are refined this intensely. Let them chase shallow things. You're being built for depth. And when the fire finally speaks and says, now, the shift will be undeniable. You won't have to chase what's yours. It will meet you, already knowing your name. The fire is your ally. Number 11. Don't pray for big without preparing for heavy. Weight comes with worth. Chosen one, everyone wants something big. The spotlight, the title, the influence. But what most don't understand is that big comes with heavy, and if you're not built for the weight, the very thing you begged for will bury you. It's easy to dream, it's harder to prepare. This is where most people fall. They pray for greatness, but resist the grind that comes with it. They want the results without the resilience. They want the blessing without the backbone. But you're different. You're not here for surface wins. You were chosen for something deeper, something heavier, and that's why your process has been brutal. You've been stretched in silence, tested in secret, pushed in private, because what's coming for you requires inner strength that can't be faked. The weight of your calling is not for the weak. It will demand your discipline. It will expose your wounds. It will require you to lead even when you feel empty. And yet, it's worth it. Because that weight, it matches your worth. That pressure, it's proof you carry something rare. And when the moment comes, when the door opens and the mantle drops, you won't crack like they did. You'll be ready, not because it was easy, but because you've already carried the fire and lived to tell the story. So stop asking for the light if you're afraid of the heat. Stop crying over the delay when you haven't yet prepared for the load. Chosen one, your life isn't meant to be light, it's meant to be legendary. But legendary requires layers of strength, layers you can only build through struggle. The process doesn't hate you, it's protecting you. It's making sure you don't drop the crown you're meant to carry. If this message spoke to your spirit and gave you strength for the road ahead, take a quiet moment to like the video and subscribe, not for noise, but as a personal sign that you're walking this path with intention and purpose. Number 12, quit resisting the fire. Your future can't be born without it. Chosen one, it's time to stop fighting the fire. You keep asking for your future to unfold, but every time the heat rises, you flinch. Every time the process gets uncomfortable, you retreat. But here's the hard truth. Your next chapter cannot be born without the burn. The fire is not your enemy. It's the midwife of your evolution. Nothing pure, nothing solid, nothing worthy has ever been created without heat. You want strength? Then let the fire break what's weak. You want clarity? Then let it burn away your illusions. You want to rise? Then let the old version of you fall apart completely. This is where most people run. But you weren't made like most people. The chosen are designed to endure what others escape. While they're looking for shortcuts, you're walking through flames on purpose. Because you know that without this fire, you'll never become the version of yourself you were born to be. Every test you're facing is not a setback. It's sacred. The betrayal, the silence, the delays, they're all burning away what no longer belongs. Pride, fear, the need to be understood. Let it all burn. Your next level can't carry that weight. Think about it. Diamonds are made under pressure. Steel is forged in fire. And the strongest souls? They're always born in chaos, not comfort. You are not here to stay polished. You're here to become powerful. And there is no power without purification. So quit resisting. Stop asking for the heat to go away. Instead, lean into it. Let the fire sculpt. As we reach the end of this message, take a moment to breathe and reflect. Not on how far you have to go, but on how far you've already come. The fire didn't break you. It built you. The silence didn't silence you. It sharpened you. You are not behind. You are becoming. The weight you carry is proof of the impact you're about to make. Chosen one, this is not the end, it's the unfolding. If this message reminded you of who you are and what you're rising into, quietly affirm you're aligned. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and keep walking with purpose.